Okay, I am back in Small Victories. So at the time of this video, this is a current Amazon book. I wanted to catch you up on a few things. I've been working on this page, the background. It's just like a pinkish purple and then a purple purple. And you know how we've been fading colors, do all the outside lighter and then do this deep and just fade it into it. Finished that one up. Something I did on here, and I don't know if I like it or not, but I came back in with a dark gray, the darkest gray, and just brought some of the color out that was around the building itself, or just actually what I did was between all the circles. That's what I did. So between the circles, just to kind of give that pop. And I think once the rest of it's done, it'll come together nicely. Now, here's one I've been working on. This is the winter, so it'll be the poinsettias. This is fall, so it's going to have the oranges, the rust colors, the reds, the yellows. This is, did I do that right? Yeah, then this will be summer. So I've got brighter colors. And this is spring, when our tulips and our daffodils and all those come up. So we're going to work on this one today. And I have pulled some colors. What I really want to work with is showing you how I've done my daffodils, but let's review a couple things real quick while I've got all my pencils laying out here. On this background, I used light peach number 11 and henna number 62. Now these are the Grizaye pencils. They are an oil base. Okay, they've got more oil in them instead of your standard waxy. Okay, this one, the background is Grizaye again, aqua number 40 and powder number 42. Then here, this one is brown number 66. And then in those areas that are way back in there, I did come back in with black number 65. And then for the green, oops, that was for that one. Okay, then back in there is the black and stuff. And then for this one, I went ahead and used, I believe all I've done so far is the leaf, which is number 27. Okay, so there's that. And then I will come back in with some deeper green and go down in there. I just haven't done that yet. And yes, on my green holly leaves, I did add a touch of red at some of the corners. So there's that. All right, let's look at this real quick. Put my plastic in, keeps the colors from transferring from one page to the other. And I am going to go through the leaves I used on these leaves. Okay, these long ones. I'm actually using apple, which is number 28, and then kelp, which is number 31. So I've already done the first green, and I'm going to show you where that second green goes. I am going to come right down here and just put some of that in, have it fade out as it comes up. Okay, you want it to look darker the further away it is. So this one's tucked under there slightly, so that's why I really gave that so much more pressure. Okay, and then on these, just come up just a little, just give it a little hint of Just a little tap of the green, just to kind of connect it to the stem. And you can tell it's really just a little dot of that green. If your pencils don't blend as well as these do, go back with your lighter shade and do some blending. And lest I forget, Merry Christmas. So, yeah, we've been having Christmas parties, and if you missed my last video of the bathtub, go back and catch it. It's hysterical. It's just hysterical. Everybody has been going into the bathroom and taking pictures with the snowman. So, all right, what I was doing there was, because they are an oil, sometimes on the lighter colors, it'll pick up whatever it hit on last. So, in fact, I'm just going to do a little sharpening here just to clean that tip off. Okay, easy to do. All right, so I base coated with the yellow number 23. So come in and just, you'll notice this one I did more in the red, oranges, and this one is more in the yellows, and a little bit of maybe brown or yellow ochre. I'll see what color it was in a minute. This is going to be a flip. And see, once your background's finished, depending on what color you used, you really don't have to be as neat and precise with this. And I've gotten to where I can pretty well follow lines and not make too big of a mess. So really, all of that. Just get it all done. And you know, a lot of times I come back with the lightest shade that I'm using, and that is what I will use to blend with. So I'll be putting another coat of this on, so I don't have to get it fully covered this time. Okay, just get it covered. I did use gel pens for the centers of these little flowers, and I used a white, it's kind of like a paint pen, and I don't think I have it in here with me. I think it's in the other room. I used it for these little dots in the purple flowers, but you could use a gel pen or a Posca pen, whatever works on the pencils that you're using. Okay, but anyway, moving right along. From there, I'm using the vermilion number 9, and I'm using that. Let's do this one with the orange like I did this one over here. So this color is here and then through the middle. So when I come over here, I'm going to do it through this middle area and then around here. Actually, let's go ahead and go to the edge. I like mixing it up in the daffodils. You know, and you also have jonquils. And okay, then I've got poppy number 5. And it's just easier to try. For me, it makes them more pleasing to the eye page. We'll put it that way. Okay, I'm not using a lot of pressure here. I am getting lighter as I come out. Okay, so not a whole lot of pressure. Now I can put pressure down here, but then I've got to get lighter so that it blends by the time it's to the outside. Come back with my original color and do some blending. And I'll go ahead and do the tip of or the bottom of that, because it would not be as yellow as some of the others are. And then we'll get this done in here. But yeah, you can have the paper whites. You can have whatever colors. I do like the ones that have the red and orange to them, as well as the ones that have just being all yellow. But you've got to add some color in there of some sort so that you can see them. So then my other two colors that I'm going to be floating back and forth between are going to be, I've got glue strings on my table here, ochre, which is 19, and jasmine, which is 20. So I'm going to start with the 19, the jasmine, and it's just a little bit deeper of a yellow. It's almost like if you painted, it'd be like Turner's yellow, or let's see what else would be close to it. I'm trying to think in other pencils. It's just not going to be your bright yellow, okay? It's going to have a little bit of brown mixed to it. Now I've changed over to the ochre. So like, yeah, like a yellow ochre, something like that. I'm going to get lighter as I come up. But I did want that to look like it was on top and flipped. So that's why I went ahead and did that. And then right here, because this one's on top, we go underneath both sides of it. Underneath here, because this one is on top. And then right here, because we can see that line is on top. Here's another line on top. So there. And then all around here, because that cup is sitting on top of all of these petals. And because the throat of the cup goes down in, that's why we want to make sure it's darker. So I am going to come in here with this color and even do a little bit of it down in there. Okay, come back with I'm going to come back with my lightest shade, that yellow, and just blend all this out. Look how easy that blends. Can you tell? These pencils are like butter. And they not like a melted butter that's just squishy all over. Okay? Like a nice blending. It just spreads right onto the paper. I'm not even having to work at this to get that to blend. Okay. So there we go. Now, if you ever think this is too orange, come in here with some yellow, and it's going to knock it back just a bit, depending on what kind of pencils you're using. Okay, let's go ahead and look at this last one. I'm going to have a seat. Now that I know that you're in focus and everything. So this is the flip. Okay, and we're doing this one in the yellows. So this time, just jasmine and ochre with the yellow. Let's start with jasmine. Move those other two out of the way. And we're going to come in and go here, up that side. This is underneath. This is underneath. Do you see how I'm not going all the way to the cup? I'm leaving a little bitty space there for that other color to come in. Under the flowers. Up this side. Look for what is underneath. That's what you're going to be hitting. And then that cup is on top of everything. So that's why we're going around that all the way. Okay, this area, I'm going to leave this outer part in the yellow, but down in there is darker. So I've got to blend this out into that yellow from the dark. Let's grab that ochre. Let's go ahead and put that dark down in there while we're thinking about it. And remember, artists will draw their perception of everything. I'm going to come back with the jasmine and do this base a little bit. There we go. They will do their rendition of flowers and stuff. That is not really how a daffodil looks in the center. That's okay. Go with the flow. You know, honor the artist, and then you do the coloring. You become the colorist. Okay, look for those areas that are on top and underneath. Put that color in. And then we'll come back in a minute with our lightest shade and do all that. So, yeah, this is actually Wednesday for me. So, Evie came over today and we had a little play date, which was fun. I went back to my original yellow, and I'm just blending. Last time she came over, she ended up going straight to the doctor's office and ended up with an ear infection. So we had a good visit today. We played snowball fight in the living room with our little snowballs that we bought at Dirt Cheap when they were open. She came back here. She says, "Can we go crafting, Grandma?" So did some ornaments of her over the last 4 Christmases and put those on the tree with her pictures. And let's see, what else did she do? She watched some TV. We had snacks. She had some peanut butter crackers for her growing food that she wanted. We had some cookies that I had baked the day before yesterday. And just all kinds of fun. So we really had a fun time with her. And yeah. So, all right. So Christmas, let me know back here. Did you get any new coloring books or supplies for Christmas? I want to know what everybody got. I don't think I'm really getting any new ones. I really didn't request any, so it's not something I'm planning on. But you know me, I'll always take them. All right, so let's see how this looks. There's our page. Now there are 2 purples in here because there's the flip and there's darker underneath. 2 pinks, a couple of blues. The orange, I did orange with just a touch of red. I grabbed 2 different greens for here. And I think that's it. I treated all these blue flowers as the same kind. And then I did these pinks all as the same kind. It's kind of like when you have your sink and your stove and your refrigerator all in a triangle. But that's something good for you to see because that's how I've told you in the past to pick colors. Do them where you're going to spread them out in triangles around the page. So for instance, when we move over to this one, I'm going to be doing greenery first, and I'll get that out of the way because I know what my greens are going to be. And this is our summer page. So I'm probably going to do like, I would imagine I'll do pinks or purples here. And then I'll probably do purple because then this can all be in yellow and it'll be purple and yellow next to each other. Well, if you remember on the color wheel, those 2 colors are across from each other. They're complementary. They're going to look great together. And then I may end up with these being in pink. And then I'm not real sure on these. Okay, so if you're wanting to start something, go ahead and get started on all that. Then over here, I think this is going to be fall. Yeah, this is fall. So I'm going to be doing a lot of oranges and reds. And I may actually do this one on the YouTube channel. And then this is going to be poinsettias. And I will probably stick with the traditional red poinsettias. And then do some like mistletoe. Mistletoe's actually, I think, white, not red. I will look that up before I do it. And then pop of red berries. But anyway, like I said, this is a current Amazon, and I've done quite a bit in the book already since it came out. So if this is something you're wanting to follow along in, go ahead and grab your book and go back and watch some of those other videos. I've told you from time to time that we'll go back and I'll show you different things when they're finished. Let me know if there is a page you would like to see done before I get it done on my own. Okay? All right. Well, that's all I know for now. Again, Merry Christmas. And, oh, there's those flowers. I told you I would show you those. And I hope you have a good holiday. I know it's a hard holiday for a lot of people. And if you're one of those, I'm sorry. Know that we're praying for you. And we'll see you back in a few days. Okay? All right. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.